How are you?
How are you? Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I would like to welcome you to this live. Everyone, this is Mr. Pangalia. He is the CEO of Aj Magazine, Aj Radio, and Aj Television here in Vancouver, Canada. Um, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I love the work that you guys do.
Thank
It
you.
warms my heart to know that, young people like yourself are taking such great initiatives to keep going. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So today we will just be interviewing you, just asking you some questions about your story, your business, and hopefully if anyone in the participants have any questions, feel free to drop them and we will be acknowledging them as well. Okay, so I'll get started. So as as we know, you are the CEO of Aj Magazine. What did you do to get to the position you are at right now?
Okay, so you got cut out there. Sorry, say that again.
So, being the CEO of Aj Magazine, what did you do to get to the position you are at right now?
Well, basically, I started the Aj Media Group with the magazine first back in 1997. At that stage, I was doing counseling for elementary school, and I felt that the intervention model was helping. But when you counsel a kid one-on-one and you place them back in the family, if the family doesn't want to support, changes there, but it's not as much as you would like it to see. And then on the prevention model, I started Wingila Dance School, which basically, you try to get the family together, and teach the kid and also get the culture and heritage. And I enjoy that part of it, but then I still found it wasn't enough. I felt like we needed a local, national voice, or to create platforms that could be utilized by many people like you guys selves to tell their stories. So it becomes more of an advocacy platforms to create social justice. As soon as I started the magazine with four other partners back in 1997, then came along 6 months later, radio station was called Planet Aj Radio with Indian Lion. And then, of course, with Shared Curry, we started the Aj Television as well. So we started back in 97. And then back in the day, Glossy Magazine, to get them advertising was always difficult because people were not used to Glossy Magazine. This is something that was just coming into the market. Prior to me, there was one other publication, it was called the Meffel Magazine, which shut their doors shortly after we came out. So we were left alone. But then again, it was a tough challenge. Even though sometimes we sign up to do something good for the community, we feel passionate about it. But we also have to keep in mind that, finance is it's a big thing because you have to keep things going. But I didn't let the finance stop me. I kept it going. I had to shut it down a few times because of finance, but I knew my heart was in the right place. That was that we needed an active voice throughout. And I kept working at it. And, with the blessing of the higher powers and good people like you guys selves, I've got a lot of support in the community. Now, we've got a national publication. We've got 6 TV programs. We've got the radio. And as you know, we launched a few months ago a book called The Untold Stories through my Aj Legacy Project. And that is the book for the South Asian pioneers.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Being in COVID-19 this year, how do you think it has affected your business?
COVID-19 has affected, especially the media business in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, our livelihood is businesses. Our revenue is only if people advertise with us. When the businesses are closing down, it's very difficult for business to advertise because why would they do that? Government support hasn't been there very much for the media part of it. But it also has taught us in a way to think out of the box when you talk about new era, you talk about changes, dramatic changes in life. You look at the old school cell phones to cable, then you look at the internet, then you look at, the social media aspect of it. In one way, we were forced to learn and adapt to new ways of communicating, like hence what we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, I think, technically speaking, we have advanced a lot quicker because of COVID. But COVID will continue to, make it difficult for businesses to go forward, uh, at least until we get the vaccine. So that's on the business side of it. Personally, someone who loves to attend every event, who loves to promote all the local artists, who loves to support fundraiser and like to be face to face with people. That part of it is very difficult for me personally. I would attend, no kidding, I would attend 25 to 50 events a month. Pick up my camera and just go. One day I was doing accounting. One day on a Saturday, I attended 14 events.
Wow.
Morning to night, and I absolutely just love it. It's like a high. So that part of it is kind of very difficult for me. It's challenging. I miss the people. I miss helping people. But it is what it is, right?
Right.
So looking forward to getting close to that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
that's right. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a funny story. How we say that. Look, I'm a elementary and high school counselor. Most of my friends laugh at me. They say, "Suki, you," right? Because most of my high school, because I was an immigrant and I had friends perhaps that were a little bit more creative. Always skipping out and all that. Grade 8, straight all E's and F's. Failed it. Grade 9, I failed it. Grade 10, I failed it. Okay. Not because I was a dumb kid. It's just because my needs were different that time. My needs were more, I was doing 3, 4 jobs to keep the family going, but you can't tell that to the school district because we had to provide food on the table. So some people can categorize me as stupid because, the guy failed grade 8, 9, 10, but they kept bumping me up even though I was failing because my age, right? I was already 2 years behind public school system to get through. But then starting grade 11, I met a really nice vice principal who was from a previous school because I switched around different schools. And he called me in his office at Bantac. He said, "Suki, you know what? I know what your family's about. I know what you're going through." He goes, "Look, you just came to this school. You got 2 months in the year. I just need you to apply. If you do really good, I will put you to grade 11." Just having him giving me that confidence, that somebody who actually can take out time and care, was not for me. I applied myself, got through, and I got to grade 11. Grade 11 and 12, I was getting A's and B's.
Wow.
Yeah, so not even having the foundation. So it's just, like we're saying, it's the hard work, determination. Reading a textbook and answering questions, writing exams, it's not that difficult. But do we really sign up to do the mental work? And I tell my kids the same thing. I say, there's the physical work. School is mental work. If you can learn how to do the mental work, then you will be successful. You got to balance the two. And then
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I finished high school, I went straight to college and then right away all straight A's. Why? Because I, applied myself and I enjoyed the work, what I was learning. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Having the person to push you and just believe in you is just so much better. It actually works.
It does work. Having somebody reach out from the heart and say, yeah, I believe in you. I know what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they don't even have to say do it for me. You automatically want to do it for that person. And
Right.
and, and I did it for my vice principal, Mr. Wintringham. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's very proud of you today.
Oh well, thank you.
wrapping things up, do you have any advice for our participants going forward?
Yes, like in America, they say, it's the land of to dream. And here in Canada, you know what? There's no question about it. It's the land to dream. There is absolutely nothing a person cannot do. Health is number one. It's very important. If you have your health, you can achieve anything, everything. There are so many resources. There are so many good people in the world who are willing to help out. The key is knowing what door to knock at, meaning,
Right.
who do I phone? Who do I want to talk to? Most people will give you honest advice because they want to see you succeed. They will even share their resources. There are a few people, perhaps they may not do that, and you need to know the difference between the two. And then, but if you extend yourself wanting to succeed, get your resources together, you'll always be successful. And I'm always there. Anything you guys need, I'm there.
Thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much for joining. We really loved having you here. It was very inspiring hearing your story and just learning about your business. Um, and I'm sure our participants, as we can see in the chat, they found it very inspiring as well. So thank you so much for joining today.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to it again.